Just gonna wait more.
All right. Tuesday wellness class. Let's see here. And I'm going live on Instagram. Here we go. All right. We are multimedia here, Instagram, YouTube, and on Facebook, the Empower Wellness Essential Oils. And super excited today. We have my friend Jamie here. And an oil enthusiast for sure. And for years and years, she has had the mandate to bring her beloved popcorn that she makes with chocolate and essential oils. And we realized that's just the tip of the iceberg. And so Jamie has become so passionate about cooking with essential oils. Yes, you can cook with essential oils. And so she's going to tell us about it and about all of this stuff. I'm so excited, mainly because I love food.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys. So super excited. It kind of started as like I found a recipe on one of the doTERRA magazines. Every month, well, quarter, or well, now it's about twice a year. doTERRA prints up these living guides, and they're full of recipes, things about new products, all the information stuff from the doctor, Dr. Hill, and other experts, and also tips on using the oils, things like that. And it's also a product catalog at the end as well. And so I found a recipe in there, and I kind of went off of that, and I just perfected it, and it kind of just became a hit. So I had to do it. But then, of course, cooking for my big family at home. There's days when you're like cooking like crap. I have nothing to make this, tomato sauce. All I have is you're making the cheap poor man's impromptu, can of tomato sauce and tomato paste or something, trying to make spaghetti sauce. And you're like, I only have this little bit of like Italian seasoning or something like that, and you're like, how am I going to make this taste good? Or you're trying to hide something, some vegetables, in the sauce. And so I'm like, you know what? Let's make this flavorful. Oh shoot, I don't have any basil, but guess what? I have basil oil right here, and only a drop will make a whole big pot taste like there's a whole bunch in there. Yeah, just one drop. And just flavor a whole big pot. So 50 to 70 times more potent than the dry herb, right? So we're talking potent. So just really quick, we'll just kind of start with some basics on not only what these oils can do, but how to use them and not. It can be scary. I mean, not scary, but like it can kind of go crazy.
Have you ever ruined a recipe?
Kind of. I sort of saved it, but there's been some that have been a little bit close. So some rules of thumb, I guess, just kind of diving right in. If it's like an oil like oregano, and it's only like maybe even a small bit, or even always just to start and you can always add more, right? You can always add more. The best way to do it would be, I forgot my toothpicks, would be with a toothpick. So just the oil, take the toothpick, just get a little bit on there, and then take it and stir it into your pot of sauce. I have a pot of sauce here. So you would I actually haven't put anything in this one because I wanted to show you guys what it tasted like before and after. Oh, okay. So just to kind of get the smell and taste, do we want to grab a plate? So somebody.
I will be your tester.
And I did forget my toothpicks. So you're gonna have to be creative on how we're gonna get just a little bit, because this is not a huge pot of sauce. You still see me if I come over here?
Maybe a fork.
Yeah, there we go. So oregano is a great one. Rosemary
is when we don't have
and thyme. So I have rosemary, I have thyme, oregano, and we have basil over here. So which one should we do? All of them?
Totally up to you. I'm game for anything.
So oregano is definitely a toothpicker to start, unless you have like a big pot of super sauce, you probably only need a tube.
Okay,
Just take a couple and feed.
just like that.
So, and maybe you can take just like a little
And
sample.
I'm gonna
Sample so you get a little.
try this Snuffy without.
Or something. I mean, and this is just a traditional Hunt's can of spaghetti sauce, right? Just traditional flavored Hunt's. Pretty simple. On a run, I'm a mom that just is in a hurry. I don't have a lot of time to sit and make a whole brewing pot of amazing homemade from scratch. Right? So we're gonna be real. Try to read this.
I did it! And it didn't end in traffic.
So let's see if we can do this and get a little bit of flavor on here. I'm gonna even just kind of on the top. I see there's a whole good little bit of oil you can kind of see, and I just kind of dab it in there. You don't want to get too much. Okay, let's just get that, and then I'm just gonna stir this in here. Right, just kind of all in there. Hopefully that's enough.
You can always add more, right?
Yep, you can always
Bring another fork. Oh, I can smell it.
Can you?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's try a little. What's your other favorite? Basil, thyme. Thyme right now.
Honestly, not much of a good.
Let's do a little thyme, just because thyme oil, as Lisa knows here, is great for immune support, fighting viruses and bacteria. That was actually something she uses stuff to kill other pathogens and disease things that were rampant a couple of years ago. So help our immune system, and we can eat healthy. And so we're gonna do the same type of thing. We're just gonna get a bit on here. I'm not gonna like pour like to kind of stick on the end here. Backside. There's some good little bit. There we go. There we got some good. So not even a drop. I'm gonna stir it in there.
And people think that, you know, essential oils are super expensive and stuff, but like this is less than a.
Yeah. So I mean, even if this bottle did cost, $20, $30, whatever, or $10,
200.
There's 250 drops.
50 drops. Yeah.
And then I gotta have some basil. Now I love basil.
I do too.
Do you think it's gonna be too bad if you do it in a drop?
I don't know. We can always add more.
So I'm gonna try it this way to show you guys a little bit another way. And maybe I can do it less than a drop, but one of the other ways you want to do when you're doing something like this is to do a spoon. I think it was you and I were making some brownies or something, and we did not do it on a spoon, and we learned the hard way, and it pretty much ruined the
Yeah.
So maybe I can take it on the spoon with this one and do a little less than a drop and kind of be able to just on the edge of the spoon. Okay. So just put it in there. Okay. And so now I can stir this in. We're gonna have some basil. Now we're gonna give this to Lisa. And see how that tastes and compare.
Okay, I'm really not a great taste tester though.
Well, you still know there was a difference, right?
Yeah.
And so hopefully you can just taste the difference.
Okay. I would swear that it was fresh spices in there. That you just added fresh herbs.
Yeah. So it tastes just the same. There is every once in a while I might grab some of my fresh herbs from the garden, but I don't have much, and you just put a couple sprigs on top or just a little bit for texture. It's mostly for texture and look, and to let you think it's in there, but really tons of the flavor comes from just the oil. So
yeah, so and it was very basil.
Yes.
So yeah, I think it might have been a little too much with the basil.
Okay. But it's just, and it's kind of where you play around with it.
Yeah.
Maybe could we add a little more of the other, or is it too and already got it?
Maybe a little oregano.
A little more oregano.
Yeah. Yeah, I think a little more oregano.
Let's try the oregano.
We're gonna play around with this.
Get to where it. Let's try this side again. Okay. There's a little like track in there.
Oh, great.
Yeah, come on. Without kidding. And some of these like to come out
I'll
fast.
do that at work time. Spaghetti.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. I know, it's so intricate. A toothpick works great because it kind of absorbs it too
Yeah.
in the wood. So let's try a little of that. See that. So you can do pasta, you could do whatever. It doesn't have to be spaghetti sauce soups. I was going to make a butternut squash soup, but I didn't quite get there. Sorry guys. So just anything that you want and you're needing to cook. So we're gonna go through a few other things after she's still done with this, and yeah, I'll show you how it goes. Yeah, definitely tell the difference. Yeah, that's awesome. Love it. So just a little bit of oil, not even a drop of each, guys. Yeah, completely different millions.
Yeah, that definitely up-leveled it. For sure. I'm not much of a cook, but I love food. So
yeah, awesome. I love it. Yes, you are quite the foodie. I love it. So some of my favorites, I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of show you and what I did with it and how I made them. Right here we have our white chocolate peppermint popcorn. Now I kind of cheat and I used almond bark for a couple of reasons. It just sort of sets better. It doesn't get white chocolate is a little bit sticky, like can melt very easily, and it just gets really sticky. So just be careful if anybody has allergies, almonds, whatever.
yeah.
And then I put about, what do we say, 5 drops of peppermint in there, 4 to 5 drops of peppermint in about well, it was 2 little blocks of almond bark, so about 4 tablespoons of almond bark. So
Okay.
pretty easy there. This one's chocolate tangerine.
Can I try some?
Yes, please do. You just love to taste this.
As if I hadn't tried some
I
already.
know, right? Well, does it compare? Does it live up to its standards?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then this one
have to have more just to make sure.
later. This one is I decided sometimes I kind of just do a different flair on it. And I usually would do on guard, but somebody else was saying that they weren't feeling that vibe, so let's just go tangerine, like chocolate orange type theme, Christmas orange.
Yeah.
And so this is actually the chocolate candy bark as well. Just a little easier to melt up and not get so sticky. And because I do pop it in the fridge or freezer or the outside freezer garage.
Totally.
I put it outside when it's cold. And so this has got tangerine and chocolate.
That's good.
And
sometimes I feel like on those like chocolate orange ones, like you can taste how fake the orange is. And that is like you squeeze tangerine into it. That's so good.
It's not like fake ones. And so then awesome inspiration. I'm helped with some friends. My awesome friend Samantha made a recipe, and it's a cheese ball. It's a savory cheese ball, right? It's her mom's recipe, and it's got basil, chives, garlic powder, and black pepper. So we probably could have even added maybe even a little black pepper oil, but she used basil oil was the one she used in there. And it's very savory, very it's got a strong garlic basil flavor, and her mom said it go very strong on basil. So it's got a lot of
which basil is really good for the adrenals.
Yes.
So if you're having trouble with energy and things like that, right?
Yeah. And so this is just cream cheese, and that's it, right? Cheese. Cream cheese, and then coated in like crackers. A Ritz cracker, butter cracker, Townhouse crust. I think she approves. And then we just have some different types of crackers with it. Now here's a really simple go-to for holidays. When you want to take something to a potluck or a get-together party, and you want to bring some brownies, or you just don't want to bring the same old brownies, right? Because everybody brings brownies. So I put a bit more in there. I put 8 or 9 drops of oil in there. My Sam was saying that she could do about 4 or 5 would be plenty, and she could still taste it. We just wanted to do a little bit extra, make it really strong enough. So just a box of brownie mix. It was as easy as it can get. Follow the directions on the box and be able to
The gluten-free brownie.
I haven't done it exactly with the gluten-free brownies, but I don't think it'd be really much different, honestly.
I think I might a couple of years back, and it turned out great.
Yeah. I mean, it'll still hold it. And you can check the batter, like, and I would definitely, again, with that one, do it on a spoon and check it. And then you can taste the, do a little, just a tiny taste of the batter and get a pretty good idea on how it's going to turn out. So, yeah. Oh, and there was fresh chives.
Fresh chives.
Yeah, they were still in the yard and growing.
Very nice.
And then next I have these, I had to make some fun cookies. I don't know if you can see those pretty well. We got oil bottles and oil drops. And they came in it was one of the holiday products a couple of years ago. It was these cookie cutters, right? And so I got it. Yeah, it was super fun. They still have a couple left, so if you're wanting to get some, they still have them.
If you want the link, just let us know.
And it was not just the cookie cutters, it came with a baking spice. Oh, mix blend. So this is a baking spice. So I'll show you here. I'll show this real quick. Close. And it's super cute. It's got a little gingerbread man on there. So it's a baking spice. And it's got, let's see here.
There's still time for people to order.
I think so. I mean, we still got a good week.
So
this one's got ginger, cardamom, cassia, clove, cinnamon, nutmeg. Yeah.
So it looks like it's not one we usually have.
Yeah, so that's a special one that they just made for this. So
it's almost like a pumpkin pie.
like a pie spice, yeah. Sorry.
That's
It's kind of like the harvest spice, but
yeah.
a little sweet, like sweeter. So I actually put in this one, I actually used our Madagascar vanilla instead. So we were feeling the Madagascar vanilla. So that's in these cookies. We actually decided to make these cookies with the baking spice and kind of give it almost a chocolate gingerbread taste. So yeah, you may have to take one. And then these cookies are super easy to make as well. Because I know you're like going, oh my gosh, I don't have time to bake all these cookies and blah, blah, blah. Guys, I did all of this in a couple hours today. But it's easy, okay? And okay, I did have one house. She was awesome. But these are a cake mix. So I bought a cake mix, and you just get a couple eggs and put the water in. Oil. It's oil and eggs. Oil and eggs is all you put in it, and you make it just like the cookie. And then we added the holiday spice mix in there. I would suggest adding the oil to the cooking oil that you put in it and stirring it up in there. So on the spoon, on the spoon, put a couple drops or whatever, start with a couple drops and put it in a little container of like your vegetable oil, olive oil, whatever you're using for the cookies. Put that in together and then put it into. So then it'll really get through and the oil, stay together. Next thing though, this is kind of the cool part. We did that. Do this real quick or do you have to go? Yeah. So I wanted to show you one other fun one that I like to do. And this one, I'm going to give a shout out to our friend that we actually lost last year. And she showed me this recipe. And so every time I make it, I still think about her. But it's just amazing. So, yeah. This is like crack. So this is our fruit dip. Open that. Maybe. So you need a container of cream cheese. Now this has been sitting out at so room temperature for a little bit. So it's nice and soft. That's kind of like the key here. And especially since I don't brought a spoon, so I hope I can mix it up well enough. That's just in a non-mixer. Sometimes it's nice to have a nice little hand mixer. So we're gonna take our package of cream cheese, and then I'll let you guys help me pick what flavor you want to use. I like said vanilla, but there's thinking she did a lot of tangerine or citrus. She did almost citrus glyph or citrus glyphs. Oh, something in there. So here. Scrape this all in here somehow. Of course, just as long as you scrape it in.
Oh, yeah.
It usually comes out better.
All right. Second.
Sweet.
Oh, I didn't get it.
Okay. I won't do it. And then so I don't know if you sometimes you don't have to use quite the entire thing. I kind of do. Just depends on how sweet you really want it. I don't necessarily need the whole thing. Love marshmallow. Oh my kind of guilty pleasures. Best to have a mixer, but we're really strong hands next. Just do strong hands. Or not too long. So while she's mixing that, do we have any options or thoughts on votes for Cassie? What flavor should we do? Tangerine, lime. We can maybe. I guess we could do the citrus bliss in there. I don't know if that would be too. I think that just has vanilla in it, right?
We do citruses and vanilla.
Mm-hmm.
The Madagascar.
Should we do the Madagascar vanilla?
What? I said I think they all sound.
I told you earlier that the vanilla should go with that.
That's what Sam was saying. Should you do one? Now, I should probably be doing this on a spoon, but let's be honest here.
Vanilla is also an oil of patience.
I don't know if you can really overdo the vanilla. And you'll find that some of the oils, like this one, doesn't come out as fast. Sometimes peppermint comes out really fast, so you kind of get to learn which ones are a little bit better that you need to really use a spoon and be careful with over some of these others. We could do vanilla tangerine more. Another one. Right now, taste in there. Might be running low.
I had that one hiding full one. Okay, it's almost in there. I don't think it actually dropped.
Yeah, I got two.
Did you?
So
No, it's better than 2? 3.
we're kind of yeah, vanilla smells. Excited, yeah. Lime? No, vanilla lime?
I
Orange?
like everything, remember?
Yeah. Lemon? What do we think of Cassie?
If you go like you need with them off there, I'd probably go with the citrus.
Mm-hmm.
Orange, and then you get too much other orange stuff on your flavor. Sure, remember this time though. Yep.
I don't know what else will be good in there. I mean, you can do anything, whatever smells good or sounds good. Feeling some lime. Let's do let's try 2. I've gotten to be pretty good at, drop and figuring it out. But again, on the spoon is always a good way to be on the safe side. And this is the dip for this. So I want to try this. Not bad. Still a little bit more lime. I mean, it's subtle. You want to do a lemon lime?
Sure. Sure.
So, kind of to taste. Some people like strong peppermint. Some people would be like, "Oh my gosh, 2 or 3 drops is plenty." In like the brownies or something. So, just give it a taste to your liking and how much you of what you have a taste for. So, there's some more dip. That's yummy. Mm-hmm.
Maybe what tastes good, almost bigger than a loaf of cakes.
Ooh. What's this say? Actually, I just need to make it like that frosting too. Cream cheese frosting, right? Does it need a little more oil? Does it need a little more oil? Lemon or lime? No. I thought so. Okay. Awesome.
That's great. Right.
Fantastic.
Anything else here?
I think it's just really a matter of using the spoon or actually pick. Really figuring out what works with flavors. Remember, oils are oils. Another really great thing that I should almost thought about doing is one of my really favorite dinner go-tos is roasted potatoes. So I cut them up with the peel on. I like the peel into dice-sized pieces, and then I take maybe a quarter cup of olive oil, avocado oil, whatever oil I'm going to use to coat the potatoes in. Just a little bit, enough to just give them a nice little drizzle coat. But that's where I put in my rosemary. Is what I usually do. Rosemary and sometimes basil, but most of the time it's like the rosemary potatoes. And then I do like garlic and salt on it. And so then I just put it in a little cup, mix that oil together with the avocado or olive oil, and then drizzle it on the potatoes, and either put them in the air fryer or the oven. And fantastic, flavorful dinner. Love, love, love. My family loves it. It's one of my favorites. So that's awesome. Things like that. So
Awesome. There's so many recipes.
yes.
I'm thinking in the holidays, a lot of times we want a warm cup of something,
Yes.
right? So I'm so excited that we have our resident tea expert. Basically an herbalist, amazing human being, love her.
Yes.
Patsy, come show us the delight that you've brought.
Listen, Brian.
Teach you like 3 locations in there. Look at that. Thanks, Lisa. So I would have brought our honey that is wild orange infused. That's right now on our Christmas things. But I forgot. And normally I don't say, I'll usually tell most people not to sweeten their tea with sugar. But this was a neat trick, and you could do this for your coffee, anything like that. So I just took sugar, just regular old plain hot sugar. So in this bottle I was just holding, I put 1 drop of wild orange in the sugar, and I just put it in there, put the lid on it, and shook it up. And then 1 drop. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Great. I've been using these for 13 years, and they still amaze me. So this one I did super mint. And again, it's 1 drop. So to put that in perspective, it's strong. 1 drop of peppermint oil is equivalent to 25 cups of peppermint tea. Wow. So when Jamie's saying
moves a little bit, it's strong. Like that kind of puts it in perspective. And then the third one I did, which was on, which is, if you think about it, it'll be great to help with a healthy immune support, but then it also has a cinnamony orange flavor to it too.
I feel like the eucalyptus actually came out quite big in that.
Yeah.
I'm smelling it too in there.
Yeah. But then like you could even take this a step farther and do like sprinkle this over top of Jamie's cookies with her fabulous puffs that she just made.
Oh,
So you could change it that way.
great idea.
You can add it to like cocoa mix, do like a little bit of peppermint and have peppermint cocoa. But we're just gonna have some loose tea, and we have a little reference book to pick which tea you want. But we're just gonna make some hot tea and then pick what sugar we're gonna add to it with our oils.
Fun. Awesome. Okay, so before we kind of let you guys go and dig in the holidays, like all of this, there's quite a bit of, it's a lot of treats,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So, what could we do to kind of keep that nutrition foundation?
Yes, so this is a really important part. I mean, we overindulge, and this is what we wanted to touch on here and really resonate with everybody is the holidays get crazy and we are overwhelmed and loaded with all these extra sweets and sugar, and that's when our immune system needs more support, not more sugar. So it's okay to indulge a little bit when we, get out, but keeping things, with healthy recipes. And of course, there's lots of ways you can, put zucchini in things or whatever, fruits and vegetables. But also one really great, sure, solid way to get like some good nutrition in you is to make sure you're having a good supplement, a good morning routine, as most of us would like to say, and you're getting some good multivitamin. Okay, how do you do that? Well, and some greens, getting your greens in there. So doTERRA's made it super, super easy and put it all together in a little drink. And I forgot to bring a picture of the samples or grab it for you. But we have our new VMG, which is vitamins, minerals, and greens. Okay. And now they used to be take like 4 pills of each for twice. It was like swallowing tons of pills. And I was just like, okay, I can do it. But it takes me like a while because I do like 2 at a time. So I can't do more than that. At least on the other hand,
I just can't. Yeah.
but still, like, I can't do that. So, and a lot of people can't do that. So what they did is they took the vitamins and the cellular matrix one, that helps actually produce ATP. So if you're science nerds like us, we nerd out with the ATP, which is one I definitely feel helps keep me energized. But it also has the grains. It's in a packet. You put it in water and you drink it. Now it's like, even if you were to go organic, even if you were to go to the grocery store, you'd be spending a lot of money on supplements. So just the amount of stuff it is able to it keeps a good foundation. It gives you fills in those gaps, really gives you some basic solid nutrients that you need as far as the vitamins and minerals, and really keep it going. And so then your body will be able to take care of this, the junk or the extra, the sugar, and be able to process it because it's already filled in the gaps. It's already running like a better machine. So really that's the best way that we can just keep that well-oiled machine going. That's for sure. And then of course, drinking lots of water and then recharge if you need some extra hydration and minerals as well. Those extra trace minerals are so, so important.
Yeah, we get dehydrated. Don't think about it. It's not like beating down sun, but it's easy for that to happen.
Especially where we're at here where it's so cold and you just, you still sweat.
And okay, so I've had my kids on the VMG, that greens, vitamins, minerals, for over a month now. They've been taking them almost every day. Even at their dad's, we had some over there. And over Thanksgiving break, probably the first time in years, both kids were healthy. Okay? Both kids were healthy. They've taken turns the past several years. Now, I know that temporal correlation is not causation all the time, but it's a good indicator.
Yeah.
It's a good indicator. And even Lily was telling me, because they hadn't taken them for a few days at their dad's sometime, and she came back, like, oh, we need to get out of it. She's like, Mom, I feel a difference. I do. And for a 16-year-old girl to say that,
16-year-old girl, yeah.
that's big. That's big. So I'm excited to continue the experiment and see if we have some more healthy temporal correlations over Christmas break and things like that. So
Definitely.
Yeah.
And keep that immune system going. And like,
Yeah.
my family, we haven't been getting sick very much. I mean, we use oils where we can and other things. So I don't have everybody quite on all the vitamins. We're a little less consistent, and some of it's a hit and miss with some of the others, but
you got littles.
but yes, but
Bigger span.
like my little 2-year-old today, he goes over the cupboard and he's like, "Mommy, I want the watermelon vitamin. I want the watermelon vitamin." And he'll go in and I help him and I show him kind of where they are, because all I have is, just my supplement vitamins that are healthy. And that's what I teach him. These are the ones that you can touch. These are ones you don't touch. And obviously the really bad ones are out of, reach. But, and I teach him and he likes to open it and check it out.
So our 2-minute morning routine, BMG, omegas, and then the probiotics. We have a couple of amazing probiotics. Yeah, that's what we like to do. And even your teenager, who's a picky eater, he will do that BMG.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and he does it in like a shot. So he doesn't even put that much water in it. And he like literally is like this much. And then he just does it in one drink.
Yeah.
I think his is more visual. The idea of drinking green liquid is too much for him. But he doesn't complain about the taste. He gets a little grumpy if I make it, because apparently, even though it's just water in the mixer, it's different. So he'll actually wake up and make his own every morning before school.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Awesome. Well, anything else to add?
I think it's great. Sorry I didn't bring any other option anymore.
Oh yeah.
Sorry for the more, like I didn't bring that.
Yeah.
I was gonna do the wassail, but I didn't quite get there. So
There's so many. If you want any recipes, let us know. Any ideas, if recipe you want to spice up, we can give you advice. Just comment below on any of the things that you're watching us on, and feel free to share this out and comment below with
recipe,
with recipe, and we can get you an ebook on cooking. Send it right to you. Okay.
So cooking for beginners, right?
Yes.
Flavor that up and let that, maybe it's that significant other or that date you're, wanting to have that thing come over, and you want to impress somebody with a little flavorful cooking.
Fantastic.
It's a great way.
All right. Thanks, guys. Have a great one, and we will see you later. Bye.